Warning: if you're over 50 and you've ever skipped egg yolks because of cholesterol fears, this video might completely change how you see your breakfast, and maybe even help you live longer. If I had to write just one prescription for my patients over 50, something affordable, natural, easy to do, and surprisingly powerful, it wouldn't be a pill, it would be 2 eggs a day. Sounds odd, doesn't it? But most doctors won't tell you this, and chances are, no one has ever fully explained why this simple breakfast food could completely transform your health. Let me tell you about Thomas. He's 72. A retired high school principal. He came into my clinic last year with a stack of medical reports and said, "Document. I'm not sick, not really. But I'm tired, I forget things, my hands feel weak, I used to jog weekly. Now I struggle just carrying groceries." His labs? All normal, no diabetes. No cancer, but something inside him just wasn't the same anymore, so I asked him something odd. "Thomas, do you eat eggs?" He laughed. "Oh no, I stopped 10 years ago, my cardiologist said eggs equal early death." That day, I didn't write a prescription, I just gave him one simple suggestion: try eating 2 eggs every morning, for 90 days, don't change anything else, just trust me. And what happened next surprised even me. He got stronger, his memory sharpened, his grip improved. And his mood? Calm. Optimistic. Clear. When he returned for follow-up after 3 months, cholesterol balanced, inflammation markers way down, vitamin levels ideal. This isn't magic, this is nutritional science. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what happens inside your body when you eat 2 eggs a day, especially if you're over 50. You'll discover why eggs can restore the nutrients most older adults are silently lacking, how they protect your heart, your brain, and your eyes, and the most common egg-eating mistakes that erase all the benefits. I'll also share real patient stories, trusted scientific research, and the healthiest ways to prepare eggs so you get the maximum value every bite. But there's one thing I need from you: backhand index pointing right. Watch this video all the way to the end, because what I'm about to share may challenge things you've believed for years, and it might just change the way you look at your morning eggs forever. So pour yourself a warm cup of tea, sit back, and let's crack the shell wide open to see why eggs aren't just breakfast. They're one of nature's most powerful medicines for the aging body. The pure power of eggs, a natural nutrient treasure. When you walk into my clinic, you probably don't expect me to ask about your breakfast, but I always start with the simple things, because after over 30 years of practicing internal medicine, I've learned something important. We don't just treat disease with medication, we treat it by changing what we feed our body, every single day. And when it comes to whole foods that are nutrient-dense, natural, and accessible to everyone, eggs are at the top of the list. A single large egg has just 78 calories, but what it contains is almost miraculous. White heavy checkmark 6 grams of complete protein, with all 9 essential amino acids your body can't produce on its own. White heavy checkmark choline, the raw material for acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter critical for memory and brain health. White heavy checkmark vitamin A, supports immunity and vision. White heavy checkmark vitamin D, enhances calcium absorption, protects bones. White heavy checkmark vitamin B12, essential for red blood cell formation and nervous system function. White heavy checkmark selenium, a potent antioxidant that protects cells from damage. White heavy checkmark plus, vitamin E, K, folate, iron, phosphorus, zinc. The list goes on. According to the USDA Food Data Central, 2020, eggs are classified as a nutrient-dense food, meaning they provide high levels of essential nutrients for very few calories. And in a 2019 study published in the Journal of Nutrition, women over 50 who consumed 1 to 2 eggs per day had 22 to 40% higher blood levels of vitamin D. Choline, and B12 in women who did not eat eggs. Tucker KL et al., J. Nutr. 2019. Linda was one of my longtime patients, a retired nurse. When she came in, she told me, "I feel tired all the time, I'm anxious. I can't seem to focus, and I need 2 cups of coffee just to stay awake by 10 a.m. Her blood tests showed mild deficiencies in B12 and vitamin D. I didn't give her supplements right away. Instead, I asked, 'What do you eat for breakfast?' She replied, 'Usually just coffee and a piece of toast. I don't really cook much.' I suggested something simple: add 2 eggs in the morning. Scrambled in olive oil, or just boiled, do it consistently for 6 weeks. 6 weeks later, she came back glowing, her skin looked healthier, her focus had returned, and for the first time in 2 years. She didn't need a mid-morning coffee. One of the most important nutrients in eggs is choline, mostly found in the yolk. Here's what choline does: builds cell membranes, fuels the production of acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter for memory and mood, supports liver function and reduces inflammation. As we age, our ability to absorb and use choline declines. And according to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, 2022, over 90% of Americans don't get enough choline, especially adults over 50. 2 eggs a day provide about 250 milligrams of choline, which is 50 to 60% of your daily need. Some people throw away the yolk, fearing cholesterol, but they're missing out on the most nutrient-rich part of the egg. White heavy checkmark choline, white heavy checkmark vitamins A, D, E, white heavy checkmark lutein zeaxanthin, eye-protecting antioxidants, white heavy checkmark iron, zinc, selenium, and guess what? The cholesterol in eggs doesn't significantly raise blood cholesterol in most healthy people, according to a study from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, 2018. In about 70% of people, dietary cholesterol from eggs has little or no effect on LDL cholesterol. Hu F.B. et al., Harvard Public Health Review, 2018. Eggs aren't magic, but they are one of nature's most powerful, and overlooked, tools for wellness, especially after 50. You don't need overpriced supplements when your kitchen holds real nourishment. 2 eggs each morning might just be the key to unlocking your energy, your memory, and your vitality again. But there's still one thing that keeps many people hesitant. It's the fear of cholesterol. Are eggs really safe for your heart? In the next part, I'll show you the truth, backed by the latest research, so you can eat eggs daily without fear. And with confidence. Eggs heart health, busting the cholesterol myth. You know what I hear most often from patients over 60 when I recommend eating eggs? Eggs. But doctor, I thought all that cholesterol would clog my arteries. It's one of the most persistent myths in modern nutrition, and today, I want to set the record straight, once and for all, so you can enjoy eggs daily without fearing for your heart. A large egg contains about 185 milligrams of cholesterol, mostly in the yolk. But here's what most people don't realize: the cholesterol you eat is not the same as the cholesterol in your blood. Why? Because your liver produces cholesterol every single day, and it does something amazing when you eat less cholesterol. Your liver makes more. When you eat more cholesterol, your liver makes less. This natural balancing system is like a thermostat. It keeps things steady. In other words, eggs don't automatically raise your blood cholesterol. Let's look at the latest research. Small Blue Diamond, Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, 2018. For most healthy people, dietary cholesterol from eggs has little effect on blood LDL levels. Hu F.B. et al., Harvard Nutrition Source, Small Blue Diamond, American Heart Association, 2020. 1 egg per day is safe for healthy individuals and may be beneficial when replacing less healthy protein sources like red meat. AJ Heart Check Guidelines, Small Blue Diamond, China Kadoorie Biobank Study, 2018, 400,000 participants, people who ate one egg daily had an 11% lower risk of heart disease and 18% lower risk of stroke. Cheen C. et al., BMJ Heart Journal. Robert was a retired mechanical engineer, detail-oriented and disciplined. He told me, "I haven't touched eggs in 10 years. My old cardiologist said they were bad for my heart." I asked, "When was that advice given?" He replied, 2005. I smiled and said, "Robert, it's 2025 now. And science has come a long way. We now know that avoiding eggs may actually do more harm, by depriving your body of essential nutrients like choline, vitamin D, and high-quality protein." I encouraged him to start eating 2 eggs each morning, gently pan-fried in olive oil or boiled. Add some leafy greens. Keep it simple. 3 months later, his cholesterol stable. More importantly, he felt better, sharper focus, deeper sleep, more energy, brain-heart friendly nutrients in eggs that no one talks about. Heavy checkmark HDL, good cholesterol. Eating eggs raises HDL, which helps clear out LDL from your arteries. Heavy checkmark lutein zeaxanthin. These antioxidants reduce blood vessel inflammation and oxidative stress. Heavy checkmark healthy fats. Eggs contain monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that support arterial health. Here's a truth most people miss: we spent decades blaming the egg, while the real culprits were stress, processed foods, lack of exercise, sugar, and trans fats. Eggs don't hurt your heart. In fact, if eaten properly, they protect it. Eat the egg. Skip the donut. That's how you love your heart. Dr. Susan Reynolds, cardiologist. If the heart is your engine, your brain is the control panel. It's one thing to have a strong heart, but how do you preserve memory, emotional clarity, and focus as you age? Here's a hint: there's a little-known nutrient found abundantly in eggs. One that's been shown to reduce Alzheimer's risk. Let's talk about it in part 4. Eggs brain health, boost memory, mood, and cognitive protection. Memory isn't a luxury, it's how we stay connected to the people we love. Eggs brain health, boost memory, mood, and protect against Alzheimer's. You know, many of my older patients don't come in complaining of major illness. They come in saying things like, "Doc, I keep forgetting people's names. I'll be reading and suddenly forget what I just read. I keep misplacing things, I feel like I'm slipping." And underneath those words is the same quiet fear: is this how Alzheimer's begins? The truth is, your brain, just like your muscles or joints, needs fuel to stay strong, and one of the most powerful brain-supporting nutrients we know of today is something most people barely talk about: choline. Choline is the raw material your body uses to create acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter that allows your brain cells to talk to each other. It supports memory, focus, learning, even emotional regulation. When choline is low, you may experience brain fog, trouble concentrating, increased risk of age-related cognitive decline. Here's the kicker: most adults aren't getting nearly enough. Small Blue Diamond NIH, National Institutes of Health, 2022. Over 90% of American adults fail to meet the recommended intake of choline. Small Blue Diamond Boston University study, 2011, participants with higher blood choline levels had better memory scores, less structural damage to brain regions involved in Alzheimer's. Source: Crivello F. et al., American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. 2011, how much choline do you need? Men, 550 mg per day, women, 425 mg per day, and just 2 eggs in the morning. Backhand index pointing right, they give you around 250 mg. That's nearly half your daily needs. Martha came into my office, 74 years old, retired elementary school teacher, living alone. She sat down, looked me in the eyes, and said, "Doctor, I forgot my granddaughter's birthday. I love her more than anything. But I feel like I'm losing myself. I ran a few tests, no signs of early dementia, thankfully, but her blood levels showed low choline and B12. So I didn't write a prescription. Instead, I told her, Martha, let's start simple, 2 boiled eggs each morning, for 60 days. That's it. 2 months later, she walked in smiling, Doc, I read my granddaughter her favorite bedtime story last night, and I didn't miss a single line. Sometimes your brain isn't aging, it's just undernourished. Eggs don't just contain choline, they're also packed with key B vitamins that act as protectors for your brain, B6 and B12, repair and regenerate nerve tissue, B9, folate, prevents brain cell damage. Together, they reduce homocysteine, an amino acid linked to Alzheimer's risk. Small Blue Diamond Oxford University study, 2015. Older adults who supplemented with B6, B9, and B12, had 30% slower brain atrophy compared to those deficient. Source, Smith A.D. et al., NAS USA, 2015, Man in Lotus Position Eggs Emotional Balance. Yes, mood too, mental clarity isn't just about memory. It's also about how you feel. Small Blue Diamond American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2017. People who regularly ate eggs had a 30% lower risk of depression, likely due to their choline and B vitamin content. Source, Zhang Y et al., AJCN, 2017. Sometimes, a calm and balanced mood starts with breakfast. You can train your memory with puzzles, but you also have to feed the biology behind it, and few foods nourish your brain like eggs do. 2 eggs each morning isn't just a habit. It's a quiet act of self-preservation, a message to your future self that says, I'm still here. I still remember. I still care. You see, we often think of the brain as fragile, but your muscles are quietly fading too, especially after 60, maybe it's a shaky hand. Or taking longer to get out of a chair, and that's where eggs come in again, because they're not just brain food, they're muscle medicine, too. Backhand index pointing right. Let's explore it next in part 5, Eggs Muscle Loss, a natural remedy for age-related weakness. Independence in old age isn't just about the mind, it's about the strength to keep standing. Eggs Muscle Health, a natural remedy for age-related weakness. If you're over 60, there's something happening quietly inside your body every single day, and most doctors won't mention it until it's already taken a toll. It's called muscle loss, not because you stopped exercising, but because your body, by nature, begins to lose the ability to maintain muscle as you age. The medical term, sarcopenia. It's the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that can make your arms feel soft where they used to be firm, make stairs feel like mountains, make carrying groceries or even getting up from a chair harder than it should be. You might think, I'm just getting old. But really, your muscles are starving. Starving for protein. Starving for amino acids, starving for the very fuel that eggs deliver. Each egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality protein, all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own, a powerful dose of leucine, the most important amino acid for triggering muscle synthesis. Leucine is like the ignition key that turns on your body's muscle-building engine. Dr. Stuart Phillips, sports nutrition researcher, McMaster University. It's not about bodybuilding, it's about maintaining strength so you can stay independent and live fully in your later years. Small Blue Diamond University of Arkansas study, 2018, older adults who consumed enough protein and leucine each day had better muscle preservation, fewer falls, more independence in daily living. Source, Wolf R.R. et al., Journal of Gerontology, 2018, Small Blue Diamond British Journal of Nutrition, 2013. Eggs have an extremely high bioavailability, meaning your body can absorb and use their nutrients better than many supplements. In many cases, 1 egg is more efficiently absorbed than a scoop of whey protein. George was a 76-year-old farmer, no chronic diseases, strong work ethic, but lately, Doc, I'm not bouncing back like I used to. I feel unsteady and weak. I've fallen twice in the past year. I checked his stats, nearly 15% muscle loss compared to 3 years ago, weak grip strength, trouble standing up without support. I asked him what he eats. He laughed, mostly veggies and porridge. I've been avoiding eggs, heard they're bad for cholesterol. I gave him just one simple suggestion: 2 eggs every morning. Add a little tofu and spinach if you can. Do it for 60 days. When George returned, he was a different man, stronger hands, better balance, brighter eyes, and he could stand up from the chair without needing help. His muscle mass slightly increased, especially in his lower limbs. For a man over 70, that's a game changer. Eggs don't just give you protein. They're one of the few foods that naturally contain vitamin D, which improves calcium absorption, stronger bones, activates muscle stem cells, maintains muscle as we age. Small Blue Diamond Cambridge University study, 2020, older adults who had adequate protein and vitamin D were 42% less likely to fall within a year. Source: Houston D.K. et al., Cambridge University Press, 2020. You may not be able to turn back the clock, but you can slow down the body's decline by nourishing it with what it truly needs. 2 eggs a day isn't just breakfast, it's your foundation for balance, mobility, and independence. Even at 70, 80, or 90 years old, losing muscle makes you feel weak. But there's another silent decline we often ignore: your eyesight. You may walk slower, but you don't want the world to go dim around you. Backhand index pointing right. So, can eggs also protect your eyes? The answer lies in a pair of golden pigments hidden in the yolk. Coming up next in part 6, Eggs Vision, nature's defense against blue light and macular degeneration. You can slow down, but you shouldn't have to watch your world fade. Eggs Vision, nature's golden duo against blue light and eye aging. I'll never forget what one elderly gentleman once told me during my residency: I don't mind moving slower, or not hearing as well, but losing the light, losing the ability to see my grandchildren's faces, that's terrifying. And I understood. Our eyes are more than just lenses. They're our connection to the world, the light of our memories, the way we witness life's beauty, moment by moment. But as we reach our 60s and 70s, vision often starts to fade: blurriness, dry, irritated eyes, increased sensitivity to light, and for many, the early signs of serious conditions like black small square age-related macular degeneration, AMD, black small square cataracts, black small square vision loss due to aging. These 2 nutrients are carotenoids, plant-based pigments, that give egg yolks their rich golden hue, but their true power lies in what they do inside your eyes. Small orange diamond concentrated in the retina, especially in the macula, the center of your vision. Small orange diamond, they act as natural blue light filters. Small orange diamond, they neutralize free radicals that damage eye cells. Small orange diamond, and they slow down aging in your visual system. Think of them as nature's built-in sunglasses, defending your eyes from digital screens, sunlight, and oxidative stress. Small Blue Diamond Tufts University study, 2016, people who regularly ate eggs had 25% higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in their blood compared to those who didn't. They also had up to 41% lower risk of developing macular degeneration. Source: Goodrow E.F. et al., American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2016, Small Blue Diamond American Optometric Association, 2020. A lutein-rich diet boosts macular pigment density, MPOD, a direct factor in protecting against vision loss. Source: AOA Clinical Guidelines. 2020, Elaine was a retired librarian who came to me complaining, "Doctor, I can't get through more than a few pages of my book. My eyes feel strained, even stepping outside on a sunny day makes me squint." I asked about her breakfast. She said, "I've been avoiding egg yolks for years. Trying to eat clean, I simply suggested, bring them back, 2 whole eggs a day. Boiled or lightly pan-fried in olive oil, don't skip the yolk, your eyes need it more than ever." 2 months later, Elaine returned, Doctor, I'm reading again in the afternoons. My eyes feel stronger, less dry. She didn't change her glasses, she just changed her perspective on food. Eggs are also rich in vitamin A, as retinol, essential for low light vision, preventing dry eyes, reducing the risk of corneal ulcers and long-term night blindness. A deficiency in vitamin A, common among older adults, can slowly steal your night vision. Without warning, many people take lutein supplements, but eggs, thanks to their natural fat content, help your body absorb lutein and zeaxanthin 2 to 3 times better than pills or even leafy greens. Small Blue Diamond Wageningen University study, 2017. The lutein in eggs is significantly more bioavailable than lutein from vegetables or capsules, due to the presence of egg yolk fats. Source: Bowen P. et al., Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, 2017. Your eyes are not just tools for seeing, they're the bridge between your soul and the world around you, and every time you nourish them with the right food, you're preserving your ability to recognize faces, read books, watch sunsets, and see the people you love, clearly. 2 eggs a day might just be the simplest form of vision insurance you've never heard of. Your eyes may be your window to the world, but your immune system is your shield, and if that shield weakens, your heart, brain, skin, and even your eyesight become more vulnerable. Backhand index pointing right. So how can eggs strengthen your immune defense after 50? The answer may surprise you. Join me in part 7, Eggs Immunity. Nature's vaccine hidden in breakfast. A strong immune system isn't luck, it's the result of wise, daily choices. Eggs immunity, nature's vaccine hidden in breakfast. One thing became crystal clear to me after the COVID-19 pandemic. People started caring more about their immune system, but most of them turned to pills, powders, or trendy supplements, instead of focusing on real, immune-supporting foods. And that's when I began telling my patients, you don't need 10 different vitamins in a bottle, you just need 2 eggs on your plate. It may sound too simple to believe, but eggs are one of the most powerful natural immune boosters we have, especially after age 50, when our body's defense systems start to decline. Here's a breakdown of the key immunity-supporting nutrients found in 2 eggs a day. Vitamin A maintains healthy mucosal barriers in your nose, mouth, lungs, your body's first defense. Deficiency increases risk of respiratory infections. Vitamin D activates T cells and B cells, your immune army, helps balance inflammation and prevent overreactions. Book study, Martineau A.R. et al., BMJ, 2017. Vitamin B12, essential for creating lymphocytes, the white blood cells that detect and destroy threats. Selenium, zinc, powerful antioxidants that protect immune cells from oxidative stress. Selenium also helps produce enzymes that neutralize viruses and harmful bacteria. Complete protein, all antibodies are made from protein. Without enough, your body can't build an effective immune response. Small Blue Diamond Harvard Medical School, 2020. Older adults who get enough vitamin D from food, not just supplements, have a 38% lower risk of being hospitalized due to infection. Source: Hollick M.F. et al., Harvard Health Publishing, 2020. Small Blue Diamond Tufts University Center for Aging Nutrition, 2019. Regular egg consumption helps seniors maintain optimal levels of selenium and B12, boosting their cellular immune responses. Source: Tucker K.L. et al., J. Gerental Nutrisci, 2019. Henry used to be a school bus driver, full of energy and laughter. I asked about his breakfast. He said, cereal and skim milk. Haven't eaten eggs in years, worried about cholesterol. I smiled and gave him a challenge: try 2 eggs every morning for 60 days. Boiled or lightly pan-fried in olive oil, no supplements. Just this change. He came back 2 months later beaming, "Doc, I haven't gotten sick since. I'm even walking in the mornings again." Sometimes, your immune system isn't weak, it's just underfed. We've all learned a powerful lesson in recent years: A strong immune system isn't built out of fear, it's built from preparation. Eggs can't replace vaccines. They're not medicine in a clinical sense, but they nourish your body's natural defense system, helping it react faster, recover stronger, and resist illness before it starts. Eat to prevent disease, before you need to treat it. Dr. Andrew Miller, immunologist, Mayo Clinic. Immunity isn't the only silent system that declines with age. After 50, your blood sugar can spike and crash, quietly damaging your heart, brain, eyes, and kidneys over time. Backhand index pointing right. But can eating 2 eggs each morning help you stabilize your blood sugar and lower your risk of type 2 diabetes? The answer may surprise you, and it might just convince you to ditch your sugary breakfast cereal for good. Join me in Part 8, Eggs Blood Sugar, a natural ally for prediabetics. Eggs blood sugar, a natural ally for prediabetics. Did you know that every bite of breakfast you take silently shapes your blood sugar for the rest of the day? I've seen it hundreds of times. Patients come in and say, "I don't have diabetes," document, "but I do feel really sluggish after breakfast." So we test their post-meal blood sugar, and it's often above 160 or 170 milligrams per deciliter. That's prediabetes, the gray zone where insulin resistance begins. And silent damage starts. Why prediabetes after 50 is a real concern. You may not feel anything, but over time, uncontrolled blood sugar can increase risk of heart disease, damage your eyes, kidneys, and nerves, and silently transition into type 2 diabetes within 5 to 10 years. The first line of defense, a better breakfast, and nothing stabilizes blood sugar quite like eggs. Why eggs are ideal for blood sugar balance. Here's what makes 2 eggs a morning a powerful tool against sugar spikes. White heavy checkmark low glycemic index, GI equals 0, won't cause a post-meal sugar surge. White heavy checkmark high in protein healthy fats, slows digestion and stabilizes insulin. White heavy checkmark keeps you full longer, reduces sugar cravings and mindless snacking. White heavy checkmark minimizes insulin spikes, crucial for restoring insulin sensitivity over time. Small Blue Diamond University of Connecticut study, 2018, people who ate 2 eggs for breakfast had more stable insulin and less blood sugar fluctuation than those eating refined cereal. Source: Blesso CN et al., Metabolism, 2018, Small Blue Diamond American Diabetes Association, ADA, 2021. Eggs are a safe and effective part of a balanced diet for blood sugar control in adults. ADA Clinical Nutrition Guidelines, 2021. Paul was a light-hearted man, 62, retired accountant. He told me, "I don't have diabetes," document, "but every morning, I crash by 10 a.m. I'm sleepy, foggy, and I can't focus." His breakfast, a muffin, orange juice, and coffee. We checked his A1C, a 3-month blood sugar average. It came back at 6.2%, that's prediabetes. So I suggested something simple. Try 2 boiled eggs for breakfast, add half an avocado or some spinach if you like, do it for 30 days. He smiled when he returned, "Doc, I haven't had a morning slump since. I focus better. I don't crave snacks," and guess what? My A1C dropped to 5.8%. One small switch, a completely different future. People say, "You are what you eat." But I say, you are what your blood sugar allows you to become. When your blood sugar is stable, you feel clearer, calmer, more decisive, and that kind of control begins with your morning plate. 2 eggs might be the simplest reset button your metabolism has been waiting for. Of course, not all egg dishes are created equal. Cook them wrong, and you could increase inflammation or destroy key nutrients. So, backhand index pointing right: should you eat eggs raw, boiled, fried, or scrambled? Backhand index pointing right: is it okay to keep the yolk if you're watching your cholesterol? Backhand index pointing right: what's the best way to cook eggs for optimal health after 50? Let's uncover the answers together in Part 9. Cooking eggs the right way. Doctor-approved methods for maximum nutrition. Cooking eggs the right way. Doctor-approved methods for maximum nutrition. Eggs are a gift from nature, but if you deep fry them in reused oil or eat them raw without caution, even the best food can become a burden on your body. That's why I often tell my patients, it's not just about what you eat, it's about how you prepare it. Inside every egg are powerful nutrients, but some of them are fragile and easily destroyed by heat or poor cooking practices. Heat-sensitive nutrients in eggs: vitamin B12, folate, choline, lutein, zeaxanthin, crucial for eye health and aging. Meanwhile, frying eggs in old or saturated fats can produce acrylamides and inflammatory free radicals. Raise bad cholesterol, LDL, when paired with unhealthy fats. Small Blue Diamond University of Madrid study, 2014, high heat frying, deep frying, reduced up to 40% of lutein and nearly eliminated zeaxanthin in eggs. Source: Fernandez ML et al., Journal of Food Science, 2014, Small Blue Diamond Harvard Th Chan School of Public Health, 2020. Seniors over 60 who ate eggs fried in animal fat had a 26% higher risk of heart disease, compared to those who ate boiled or olive oil eggs. Source: Mozaffarian D. et al. Circulation, 2020, White Heavy Checkmark Healthiest Egg Cooking Methods. Doctor recommended: boiled eggs, soft or hard-boiled, no oil, preserves most nutrients, quick, convenient, pan-fried with olive oil, low-medium heat. Retains choline and lutein. Heart-healthy fats support nutrient absorption. Poached eggs, no added fat, gentle on nutrients, elegant and easy on digestion. Soft scrambled eggs with veggies. Healthy fats, combining eggs with spinach, tomatoes, or avocado enhances the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K. Crossmark egg cooking methods to avoid or limit deep frying, especially in reused oil. Increases inflammatory compounds and oxidative stress. Pairing eggs with bacon or processed meats adds nitrates, sodium, and pro-inflammatory agents. Eating raw eggs regularly. Avidin in raw egg whites blocks biotin absorption, increases risk of salmonella, especially in older adults. Joanne came to me frustrated: I eat eggs every morning, but my cholesterol's still high. Why? I asked how she cooked them. I fry them until crispy in butter, sometimes with bacon. I've done it that way for 40 years. I smiled and gently said, you're combining a good food with cooking habits that aren't ideal for a 70-year-old heart. I suggested, try switching to 2 boiled eggs in the morning, pair them with sautéed spinach and half an avocado. If you still like to pan fry, use a little olive oil on low heat. 2 months later, she returned with a glow: Doc, my LDL is down 18%. I have more energy, and I don't feel bloated after breakfast anymore. Eggs aren't the problem, how you prepare them is the key. Choose gentle heat, healthy oils, fresh vegetables, and keep the yolks. Don't fear them. As one of my colleagues once said, good food, cooked wrong, becomes bad food, but good food, cooked smart, becomes medicine. Dr. Emily Carter, functional nutritionist. Now that you know the healthiest ways to prepare eggs, let's talk about where those eggs are coming from, because even the best cooking can't undo the damage of poor quality eggs, full of hormones, antibiotics, or stored improperly. Backhand index pointing right. In part 10, I'll show you how to choose safe, nutrient-rich eggs, just like a doctor would. How to choose the right eggs, a doctor's guide to safer, smarter nutrition. By now, you've learned a lot on this journey. White heavy checkmark eggs support your heart, brain, muscles, vision, immunity, and blood sugar. White heavy checkmark how you cook them matters, because nutrients are fragile, and the wrong fats can turn good food bad. But here's one last piece of the puzzle: even if you eat eggs the right way, if your eggs are loaded with antibiotics, hormones, or improperly stored, you're still putting your health at risk. As a doctor, I remind my patients, every egg is not the same, and sometimes, choosing the right carton of eggs, is choosing a better health future. Why egg quality matters more than you think. What a chicken eats affects the nutrients in its eggs. Free-range or pasture-raised chickens lay eggs richer in omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin D, choline. Meanwhile, conventionally farmed eggs may contain antibiotic or hormone residues, linked to resistance, endocrine disruption, or allergies, higher risk of bacterial contamination if eggs are cracked or poorly handled, according to the FDA's Egg Safety Rule. 2021, approximately 1 in every 20,000 commercial eggs may contain salmonella. Especially if not stored and sourced properly. Source: FDA.gov, Small Blue Diamond Penn State University Study, 2017, pasture-raised eggs had 4x more omega-3s and higher vitamin D levels than regular supermarket eggs. Source: Anderson K.E. et al., Poultry Science, 2017, Small Blue Diamond British Journal of Nutrition, 2015, children and seniors who consumed free-range eggs had higher blood levels of choline and selenium, with fewer immune-related deficiencies. Source: Wenzel A.J. et al., BRJ Nutr, 2015, White Heavy Checkmark How to Choose the Right Eggs, Like a Doctor Would. 1. Look for pasture-raised or certified organic labels. These hens have access to outdoor space, no antibiotics, no added hormones, higher in nutrients, lower in toxins. 2. Check for omega-3 enriched or high choline claims, excellent for brain and heart health, especially beneficial after age 50. 3. Inspect the eggshells, no cracks or stains. Cracked eggs can allow bacteria in. 4. Store eggs correctly. Keep them refrigerated at 40 degrees Fahrenheit 4 degrees Celsius or below. Don't wash eggs until ready to use. Washing removes the protective layer. 5. Buy from reputable farms or brands. Local farmers markets or trusted suppliers often offer fresher, more nutrient-dense options. Fresh eggs have rounded yolks and firm whites. Shirley used to believe, an egg is an egg. They're all the same. She always bought the cheapest white eggs from the supermarket, but one day, she got sick from homemade mayonnaise made with raw eggs. After recovering, I taught her how to read egg labels and find local farms that raise chickens on natural feed, without antibiotics. 6 months later, Shirley returned with a sparkle in her eyes. "Doc, I feel healthier, and for the first time. I actually trust what's going into my body." It wasn't just the eggs, it was the mindset, of caring about the smallest choices. You can't control your genetics, but you can control what you put on your plate, what you buy at the store, what you choose to nourish your future. Health doesn't begin in a hospital, it starts in your grocery cart, in your kitchen, in the habits you repeat every single morning. Dr. James Miller. Are you ready for me to translate the closing part of your video into natural, inspiring English next? I'll keep the tone consistent, uplifting, warm, and full of wisdom. Let me know, and I'll get started right away. Yellow heart. Maybe you're watching this video at age 50. Or 60. Or even older. Maybe you're slowing down, asking yourself, can I really feel healthy again? Is it too late to start over? Let me tell you something, not just as a doctor with over 3 decades of experience, but as someone who's watched thousands of patients reclaim their health. It is never too late to take care of yourself, and sometimes, the journey begins with the smallest, most ordinary thing, like an egg, like a simple breakfast made with intention and love for the body that's carried you this far. An egg is more than food, it's a symbol of renewal, of nourishment, of a fresh start. You can choose every single day. And if you eat 2 eggs each morning, with knowledge, with care, and with the belief that health is something you can shape, then I truly believe, you're giving yourself the chance to live longer, feel stronger, and love life deeper. Yellow heart, I don't just believe in eggs, I believe in you. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin, starting today, raising hands if this video sparks something inside you. Backhand index pointing down. Drop a comment below, I'm starting fresh, with 2 eggs a day. Or share a small story of your own, because your journey might inspire someone who desperately needs hope today. Backhand index pointing right. And if you want to keep walking this path with me, toward better health, more energy, and a life that feels meaningful, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and share this video with someone you care about. You're not just eating eggs, you're nourishing your body, you're investing in hope, right from your own kitchen. See you in the next video, my friend. Until then, stay strong, stay curious, and take good care of yourself. You deserve it.